Good day, everyone. Good day, sir and classmates. So we are here to discuss to you all about learners with difficulty communicating. And before we start, we are going to introduce first ourselves. So I'm Ella D. Sarte.
I'm Camila Rabusa.
And I'm Jenna Sevilla Gracia. Bisate. So yung first speaker namin is si Jenna Rose po.
The ability to communicate with others is critical to a young child development, and it is a prerequisite to academic learning. Yet some children have disorders that interfere with various aspects of their abilities to communicate. This digest discusses various types of communication disorder. Incident, the learning difficulties associated with them, the special case of English language learners, and the educational significance of communication disorders. What is a communication disorder? Communication disorders po ay ito yung ang karamdaman sa komunikasyon ay isang kapansanan sa kakayahang tumanggap, magpadala, magproseso at umunawa ng mga konsepto o verbal, non-verbal at graphic na mga sistema ng simbolo. Ang isang karamdaman sa komunikasyon ay maaaring makita sa mga ng pandiwa, wika at pagsasalita. Ang isang karamdaman sa komunikasyon ay maaaring may kalubhaan mula sa banayad hanggang sa malalim. Communication disorder. A child with communication disorder has trouble communicating with others. He or she may not understand or make the sound speech. The child may also struggle with words, word order or sentence structure. Ito po yung ito naman po yung may problema sa pag-usap sa iba o maaring di maintindihan ang mga pananalita ng ibang mga bata. Ate Ella, pabalik po. Ito po po usad. So, di pa po what is communication disorder? Children with communication disorders have deficit in their ability to exchange information with others. A communication disorder may occur in the realm of language, speech, and or hearing. Language difficulties include spoken language, reading, and or writing difficulties. Ito naman po yung batang kapansanan sa komunikasyon ay mga kakulangan sa kanilang kakayahang makipagsalitaan sa ng impormasyon sa iba. At may mga bata na nahihirapan din na magsalitang wika at paghihirap sa pagbasa o kaya pagsulat.
Nagre-record ako.
Hindi na mabilis ba? Palipat ng tail. Speech encompasses such areas as articulation and phonology, the ability to speak clearly in the intelligible, fluency, stuttering, and voice. Hearing difficulties may also encompass speech problems, articulation or voice, and or language problems. Hearing impairment include deafness and hearing loss, which can result from a conductive loss, a sensorineural loss, or mic loss, or in a central hearing loss. Balipit po. There are several types of these disorders. Mixed receptive expressive language disorder. A child has developmental problem understanding spoken language and speaking. Expressive language disorder. A child has developmental delays and problem speaking. Speech sound. A child has a hard time expressing words clearly past a certain age. Childhood onset fluency disorder. This is also known as stuttering, start in childhood and can last throughout life. Social communication disorder. A child has trouble with verbal and nonverbal communication that is not caused by thinking problem. Palipit po. What causes communication disorder in a child? Physical problems such as problems in a brain development. An abnormal or physiologically unbalanced state of the body, illness, malady, sickness, unwellness, impairment of normal physiological function affecting part or all of an organism, invalidism, chronic ill health. Exposure to poison toxin during pregnancy such as street drugs or lead. Ito naman pagkalantad ng isalason sa panahon ng pagbubuntis tulad ng mga gamot sa kaliulid. Gene problem. A genetic disorder is a disease caused in whole or in a part by a change in the DNA sequence away from the normal sequence. Okay na po.
Ay, paluwayan daw ninyo. Which children are at risk for communication disorders? Boys tend to be diagnosed with these disorders more often than girls. Researchers don't know why. Children with these condition often have other mental problem. Ito po yung mga lalaki may posibilidad na masuri na may ganitong karamdaman ay may madalas kasi sa mga batang babae. What are the symptoms of communication disorder in a child? Not speaking at all, hindi po kakapagsalita, limited word choice for his or her age, may limit po yung pagsalita niya dahil sa edad, trouble grasping simple direction or naming object. Ito po yung problema sa paghawak ng simpleng direction ay ang pagbigay ng pangalan sa bagay.
Kanto mo lang ito. Haluan mo. Hindi ka mapakarin mo kasi. How are communication disorders diagnosed in a child? Most children with this disorder are referred to a speech-language pathologist. This is a speech expert who treats children who are having problems communicating. Your child may also see a child psychiatrist. This is often the case if the child has emotional or behavioral problems. So, diagnose in a child. Ito daw yung mga expert na yung parang nag-aalaga sa mga bata na mayroong problems sa pakikipag-usap, yung halimbawa na lang yung may mga problem sa pagsasalita, problem sa kanilang katawan, ganun. A full evaluation may involve psychological testing or thinking abilities, psychometric testing to check a child's reasoning skills, reaction to different situations, and thinking. It does not test general knowledge. Next po. So, how are communication disorders treated in a child? Treatment will depend on your child's symptoms, age, and general health. It will also depend on how severe the condition is. So yung how are communication disorder treated in a child? Ito daw kung paano, kung nakadepende daw ito sa symptoms ng bata and yung kanyang edad and also yung kanyang general health, and it will also depend on how severe the condition is. A speech language pathologist will work with your child to improve his or her communication skills. Treatment is often a team effort. Parents, teachers, and mental health experts may also be involved. So, yung mga parents and teachers daw and also yung mga mental health expert is isa din daw yan nakakatulong para mas lalong gumanda yung kung paano gumaling yung mga bata. And Treatment may include our individual or group support and special classes. How can I help prevent communication disorders in my child? Experts don't know at this time how to prevent these disorders in children, but finding them early and taking action right away can help with your child's development and school issues. They can improve the quality of life. So, hanggang ngayon daw, hindi alam ng mga eksperto kung kung paano yun ma disorder yung mga children. And so nakakatulong daw yung mga ginagawa sa school, nakakatulong daw yun sa mga bata. And key points about communication disorders in children. A child with communication disorder has trouble communication with others. So yung ibang bata daw na nahihirapan daw silang makipag-usap sa iba nilang classmates or mga kaibigan. The cause may biological or environmental, such as being exposed to lead. Some common symptoms are not speaking at all and having trouble expressing words. So yung mga symptoms daw na kadalasang nangyayari sa mga bata is yung hindi nakakapagsalita and nagkaka-problem sila sa kung paano nila i-express yung mga words na gusto nilang ilabas. A speech language pathologist often treats a communication disorder in a child. Finding the problem early and taking action right away can help with your child developments and school problems related to communication disorders. Next na Ella. The incidence of communication disorders. How many children have a communication disorder? Estimates vary according to the specific disability. According to the 22nd Annual Report to Congress on the Implementation of the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, or IDEA, U.S. Department of Education, 2001, more than 20% of students with disabilities, or 1,074,543 children aged 6 to 21 were served under IDA in the 1996 to 1997 school year. So, more than 20% of students daw na more than 20% students daw yung may disabilities or nag-aabot sa 1 million children, and yung mga edad po na doon is 6 to 21 age. IDEA also serve a smaller number of students with hearing impairments, 70,883. Attention deficit disorder can affect as many as 2 million children, or 3 to 5% of American children. American Speech, Language, and Hearing Association, 2001. Children and adults with attention deficit hyperactivity disorders, 2001. Lumasan road electric panlog. Di ka nag-aabo na gali, di ka pakarapot nag-report ako, narungog mo na, o saan pa? Log! Ano mo na ito pampo na sa ito? Di ka nagpakaribok na, nag-report ako. Aso electric pa na tunog. Panex na po Ate Ella. Panex na po Ella. Ano ka tapag bumuta? Characteristic of children with communication disorders. A child with a communication problem may present many different symptoms. This may include difficulty following directions, attending to a conversation, pronouncing words, perceiving what was said, expressing oneself, or being understood because of a stutter of a hoarse voice. So, yung a child with a communication problem. So, may iba't ibang mga symptoms daw yung mga bata, kagaya ng nahihirapan sila sa mga pananalita, yung difficulty following directions, Pertarawad alog. Okay na po. Ano mo rawad alog? Kabungog ay ni Beslog. Tanig ka raw na.
Pronouncing words, perceiving what was said, expressing oneself, or being understood because of a stutter or a hoarse voice. Ito po yung mga katangian ng mga batang may mga problema sa pakikipag-usap o sa pakikipag-communication. Like for example po yung mga student na nahihirapan sa pagsunod sa mga direksyon na binibigay sa kanila. Yung problema sa pagbigkas ng mga salita, pagdama sa kung ano sinasabi ng kausap, pagpapahayag ng kanilang sarili o sa kanilang naiintindihan dahil minsan nauutal or namamaos na boses. Next, educational implications of communication disorders. A strong relationship exists between communication and academic achievement. Language and communication proficiency along with academic success depend on whether students can match their communications to the learning teaching style of the classroom. Students with communication disorders are capable of high academic success if they learn the classroom's social language and learning patterns. So dito naman, ito naman po yung mga implikasyon ng mga may communication disorders in terms of education. Kasi kahit na may problema sila sa pakikipag-komunikasyon or kahit na nahihirapan silang maunawaan ng mabilis ang mga topics, ang mga achievements sa school at kayang-kaya lang makipagsabayan sa mga batang walang problema sa pakikipag-komunikasyon. Dahil di ba kahit minsan meron silang communication disorder, basta natututunan nila kung paano makihalubilo, makipagtalakayan, or basta natutunan nila yung strategy sa pag-aaral. Hindi po yung dahilan o hindi po yung magiging hadlang para magkaroon sila. Hindi po yung magiging hadlang para magkaroon sila ng mga achievements po sa school. Next, teachers and speech language pathologists should focus their attention on classroom interactions and the language and communications used within the school in order to help students learn to communicate in this environment. Explicit language and communication planning as well as non-deliberate language use, unconscious choice of language are important features of the school and class environments that provides opportunities for teaching and learning. So dito naman po, kailangan na bigyan nila ng atensyon ang mga bata sa pagkikipag-ugnayan sa loob ng school para kumbaga mas matulungan ng guro ang mga estudyante na matutong makipag-usap sa mga taong nakapaligid sa kanila. Dahil dito, minsan nabibigyan nila ng pansin ng mga bata upang mas matuto. Next, what teachers should know. Speech refers to the way sounds and words are formed, and language refers to the use of words to receive and express information. Kids with speech disorders may have trouble with articulation, which is the production of speech sounds. Ito po yung formation of clear and distinct sound sa pakikipag-usap or sa pagsasalita. Next, fluency, the rhythm and flow of speech. Ito naman po yung quality or condition sa condition sa pagiging fluent mo magsalita. Like for example, yung ability to speak or kaya mo ma-express yung sarili. Next, voice, the quality of speech, resonance or loudness. So alam naman po, ito po yung nag-express ka ng something in words through your mouth. Next, what challenges do learners with speech and language difficulties encounter in the areas of communication? Students with language disorders may have trouble understanding or being understood through all forms of communication, verbal, non-verbal, and written. This can cause difficulty understanding the meaning of words and putting words together an idea. So ito po yung mga students na nagkakaproblema sa pagbasa, pagsulat, at higit sa lahat yung pagsasalita nila sa harap ng madaming tao. Like for example, sa loob ng classroom talking with their classmates. Sa ganitong kondisyon, mas magandang magkaroon ng treatment sa ganitong sitwasyon para mas ma-improve yung skills through speech language therapy kasi mas better kung maagapan kaagad yung ganitong mga. Next, what teachers can do. Students with speech and language impairments may benefit from individualized education programs or 504 education plans. If your student is being treated for a speech or language problem, part of the treatment may include speech language pathologists during the school day. Therapy may be one or more times a week depending on the severity of the condition. Kasi yung mga students na mayroong speech and language problem, sila yung madalas nakakaramdam ng stress, minsan which is yung tendency po nun ay hihirapan silang magsalita at i-express yung kanilang sarili. So, yung student na a student na may speak slowly in class and should be given plenty of time to express thoughts. And it's not helpful to interrupt or um, to interrupt or complete. Complete a sentence for the student and might embarrass them. Next, to support students in your classroom. Number one, move kids closer to you. Having kids sit closer to the front of the class makes it easier to help them with questions and assignments. Kids also may need to sit closer to you if they have a hearing problem. So, di ba, kasi mas maganda po na malapit sa yung student para mas madali niyong maintindihan yung instruction na sinasabi at the same time, matulungan yung student sa mga concerns nila about study. Number two, make sure kids understand and write down assignments and correctly to help avoid confusion. Dito naman po, make sure na nawaan ng maayos ng student yung paiwasan po nilang sa mga bagay-bagay. So, parang iba yung naiisip. So, yung tendency is mali yung information na nakukuha niya. Next, give extra time to complete assignments or make up work when needed. So, bigyan naman po ng oras yung student na magawa po yung assignments nila. Next, substitute written papers or projects for oral presentations or allow learning one-on-one with you. Asking questions in a way that lets the student give a brief answer can also help. So dito naman po, para maiintindihan ng student kapag nag-one-on-one kayong mag-usap, at least meron siyang naintindihan, mag-question sa teachers, and yung teachers naman, ang gagawin niya is sasagutin niya ng maayos yung student. Next, having on any videos used in the class in voice and sound. So dito naman, di ba, panahon ngayon, kadalasan na pong ginagamit natin yung technology. For example, yung computers. So dahil doon, mas parang nauunawaan ng student yung binibigay na lesson ng teachers kasi di ba kadalasan na kapag may situations, nagbibigay ng mga examples yung teachers through video ngayon, mga ganyan. Kaya parang mas naiintindihan ng student yung nile-lesson ng teachers. Next, be patient and encourage classmates patience. Ito naman po yung halimbawa, nagsasakay yung classmates nyo or yung student. So, kailangan nyo pong magkaroon pasensya. So, kung sinasabi ng classmates mo. Next, talk about celebrate differences. Students with speech or language problems want to be accepted like everyone else. But sometimes they're targeted by others who see them as different. Talk about and celebrate differences and focus on the interests that kids share. Be mindful of bullying and keep a zero tolerance policy for that behavior. So dito naman po, kailangan po natin unawain yung differences ng mga students. And syempre po, avoid bullying. Kasi minsan kapag nakakapagsalita po yung students or halimbawa yung teachers ng hindi kaaya-aya sa students, yun, parang di ba kasi merong student na medyo sensitive sa mga words. Kaya, iwasan po natin yung mga ganun pong pangyayari. So, that's all po about sa aming and the references about our tapos ang aming lessons about learners with difficulty communicating. Thank you.